This is for Clev. Miller came in, highly touted transfer quarterback like always. But how good did you feel to perform the way you did and the way the defense played the other day?
Definitely exciting. It's a start to new beginnings. Just beginning the season, just trying to build on what we did this weekend and go on to Friday and keep doing that.
I'll stick with you, Clev. You guys got an offense coming in that's got a quarterback that can run and throw. How much of a challenge is it to face a dual threat quarterback like that?
It's definitely more challenging. I actually played against him last year. Did a lot of different things. So I think with this unit, we got a lot of guys who put pressure up front in his face and then around the edge, just controlling that and then make it easier on the back end.
Miller, once you watch the tape, how kind of would you – obviously, Saturday you talked about your game out in here after that, but after watching tape, how would you kind of look and assess the way you played as an individual and then the offense in whole?
Yeah, I thought overall it was pretty clean. I thought we executed well. I thought we went out there and executed the game plan, in the way that we had kind of envisioned. Obviously, we didn't finish the first half in the way that we wanted to, and I think one of those deals was a little fluky, and one was, my fault. But I mean, I think I was proud of the way we prepared. I think we were able to execute based on the degree of our preparation. And I think that's got to set the standard going forward, and we've got to continue to get better and better each week.
Miller, obviously only playing the first half. You didn't get into the full bag and also the game score kind of thing. Is there anything in particular that you feel like you still want to do in this offense in a live situation, in a game situation?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more for sure. I mean, obviously, if we were allowed to, I think every single one of us would have wanted to play the entire game. I think that's kind of the makeup of this offense and of the character of those guys on that unit. I think we're able to do some different things. We're able to play under center, throw play action. Thought we ran the ball great. But I mean, I think there's always things that you want to showcase. I think in some ways that's dictated based on what you're seeing offensively and the ways you're going to attack defenses. And in a lot of ways, Coach Prom's bag is pretty deep. So we're excited to continue to showcase that.
Miller, after the game, you made some comments about how cool you thought the environment was. You even mentioned the Joker and the Thief music and just the whole crowd involvement. And you've been obviously a lot of places. Can you compare it? And did it surprise you, the game day atmosphere here?
Yeah, it did, definitely. I mean, I played my earlier parts of college football in a place that, has a lot of different, attractions about the city and stuff like that. So it's not a place that's necessarily focused on the college team in that area. So I think, being in a situation where that is the case is really, really cool. To see the support of the city, how they get up and support the team has been awesome. I think the traditions are really cool. I mean, obviously I've been, to a number of places. I think, playing at the University of Oregon was really cool. Playing at Michigan was really cool. Playing at Utah was really cool. But I think, our home environment, rivals all that. And I'm excited to see how, the fans continue to support us throughout this year. And, hopefully we'll give them something to cheer about.
Clev, you just talked about playing against James Madison's quarterback last year. I guess, is there more picking up your brain this week, being that you have had that experience and Louisville hasn't played James Madison in, I guess, 3 years?
Yeah, a little bit. Some of their tackles are returning. Obviously, the quarterback's the same. So just watching my film from last year and how I played against them, see what I could do better, and then making those suggestions to my teammates and just collecting on their last game and some of their prior film as well.
Millard, you had talked in the preseason about the running back room and the talent that they have.
Yeah.
But when you're back there and you hand one off and you just watching, or you throw that one to Duke, you look at it's like, I mean, is it maybe even a little bit better than, like, they keep getting better, they seem like?
Definitely, no. I agree that it's definitely a little more. I mean, not that I knew they were good, but I think you have
really
to see.
good.
Yeah, you have to see it in person, in a live game, because I don't think practice really does it justice. But I mean, yeah, kind of just to reiterate what I had said previously, it's really cool when a guy gets a step on the defense and no one's catching him. It's not something I've necessarily been around before, but I'm really excited for those guys, and I think all three of them have really special traits and are going to continue to contribute in big ways.
I think we got a great room when it comes to pass rush ability. Before we went out there, we all let each other know, like, the race begins. We're all trying to compete, have the most sacks here. So right now it's good to be leading the pack, but I know AJ's on my tail. I know Wes is going to try to go get some. Beatles, Jordan, Rene, like, we got a room full of guys who's going to continue to get back there, pressure the quarterback, and just continue to compete from that aspect.
You just mentioned Jordan and Rene. How big is it to have those guys who've been here for a year and they're in the middle there? They kind of start things. How big is it to have them as maybe leaders and kind of leaders of that pack? And then Miller, can you answer how difficult it is to go against this defense and the pass rush?
Honestly, it's awesome. Both of them are great in the run. So a guy like me, obviously, we all play the run. We're all downs guys, but once it gets to those third down situations, knowing that I got two guys inside of me who could also play the run and pass rush at a high ability, put pressure on the quarterback, not give him the ability to step up and give me, Wes, AJ, Beatles, Micah opportunity to come around that edge and just continue to make plays as the year goes on.
Yeah, I mean, I remember being like halfway through spring and Brian making a comment in our meeting room, like, I think our D-line, our front seven is really, really good. And I think, we showcased that to a degree on Sunday, and the guys are going to continue to get better. I know they've definitely made our offensive line better throughout camp. And they've definitely made me a lot better in terms of, forcing me to get the ball out on time, make quick decisions and stuff like that. So they're a great group and super proud of them and excited to see what they continue to do. But I'm definitely glad that other teams get to go against them now and not me.
Should be happy 50's on your side. Thank you guys.